Hello, I'm Jim, and welcome to Rallying in America, the Recce podcast. This podcast is an exploration of a rich history, the stories and memories of those who made and make Rallying in America so great. Enjoy the show. Welcome back to Rallying in America, the Recce podcast. This week, my guests are Zach Arnold and Jack Cuezze, both in their second year studying mechanical engineering at Oregon State University and co-founders of the Oregon State University Rally Club. Zach shares his family's connection to rally. His grandfather was involved in the sport, fueling Zach's lifelong passion for cars. Jack revealed that his father's enthusiasm for automobiles drew him into rally as well. He drove a WRX throughout high school and even attended a class at DirtFish. Zach and Jack talk about how they got started in rally, which began with volunteering at Olympus and by making some questionable financial decisions. Zach and Jack, thanks for taking your time this afternoon, or morning for you guys, to come on the podcast and talk rally. Zach, do you want to get started and introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Zach Arnold. I am a second year mechanical engineering student at Oregon State University, and I drive the, well, sometimes drive the orange and silver Volkswagen Jetta. Came back from Oregon Trail. That was a nightmare.
Right.
Um,
Yeah, we'll get
um,
into that. Jack?
Yeah,
Just
I'm
tell us
also a
about
second
yourself.
year mechanical engineering student, Oregon State. I co-drive that silver and orange Jetta, or fix it when it's not being driven. Um, and also am vice president of Rally Club at Oregon State.
Oh, excellent.
I
So,
forgot to mention, yeah, I'm president of that club.
okay, awesome. So, you guys, we met out at Olympus. And Zach, I know a little bit about your background because I talked to your grandfather, who was also into rally. Now, from what I understand, your dad wasn't into rally, but mainly your grandfather. Is that correct?
That is correct. We are working on getting my dad into it. I mean, he every once in a while he like says, "Oh, I saw the SDI down the street. Hasn't been moved in a while. It's plausible." So I think it's a matter of time.
Yeah,
But yeah,
just
my grandfather
yeah,
is
cool.
was big in the sport. So.
Yeah, I had a great chat with him. I enjoyed it. And so, before you got into rally, were you into cars or any of your grandfather's influence on you early on, or is rally something new for you?
I've always been into cars. I mean, I always loved hearing the stories of my grandfather and all the trips and all the adventures he had with the rally cars.
Yeah.
And then he loves showing me the photo albums he has of amazing photos from like Acropolis in the 80s.
Mhm.
I grew up playing racing games, so I've always loved cars. My dad also really likes cars. I mean, I learned how to drive in a manual, and so it's
Oh,
always been a
nice.
part of me.
Yeah, and your grandmother also was a co-driver for your grandfather. Is that correct?
That is correct.
So she's been involved in rally as well, which is
She
kind of neat.
has. I'm surprised she came back. I remember talking to her. She's like, "No, I won't come to any events. My time is up." And then she came back. She's like, "This is really fun. I miss this." So it's good to see her out there.
Yeah, that's good. So, Jack, how did you get involved with rally? Did you come from a motorsports background in your
Yeah,
family,
I
or?
I did. My dad's always been a bit of a car guy, and so have I.
Hmm.
And I kind of got into rally a little bit, like looking for my first car. My dad's like, you need something that can handle the weather or some sort of something like that. So great hindsight. I drove a WRX through high school.
Oh, nice.
Um, and so I kind of knew about rally. I played a lot of, racing games and stuff like that. And I, after graduation, I did a class at DirtFish. So kind of got even more of an itch for,
Oh,
for there.
nice. Okay.
And then last year, Zach's grandpa took me and him up to Olympus. and we volunteered at Olympus,
Mm-hmm.
and that was kind of it. From there, me and Zach started looking for cars. We went
Okay,
and
cool.
volunteered at OTR, made some poor financial decisions, and here we are.
All right. So that volunteer time that you guys did up there at Olympus and OTR, what exactly did you do for volunteering?
At Olympus, we our first ever volunteering thing. We were a ATC for Deckerville,
Okay.
um, and so we got to talk to all the competitors. I think there's actually a video of us on the Oregon Trail website when Mike Shaw came up and said, "How do you do ATC?" Um, so that was a lot of fun. And then from then we did just road marshaling at um, the rest of Olympus and then OTR as well.
Okay. Okay. Very cool. So then, tell us about the bad financial decision, as Jack put it, and tell us
So,
about this Jetta.
so it started with a Volvo. We
Oh,
didn't end up
okay.
buying that, but there was. Do you remember Oregon Trail Rally last year? There was the Volvo that rolled over.
Yes.
So between Oregon Trail Rally and Olympus, um, we actually had seen that Volvo was for sale only about 40 minutes from us. We drove down there and
Mm-hmm.
we had gone and looked at it and kind of thought, but we were still living in the dorms.
Yeah.
So it would have been in a student parking lot trying to fix up a rusty old rally car.
Uh huh.
Um, and B, it was rusty and needed a lot of work besides like, the expected stuff. So after OTR, we went out and bought this Volkswagen Rabbit,
Mm-hmm.
for like $800, I think.
I thought
It
it was
was an
500.
something, yeah. It was more of a gambler car than a rally car.
Uh huh.
And we're like, oh, we're naive. We're gonna rip it out and have a roll cage put in. Um, and then it was a bit of a clunker. It stopped starting, got towed,
Uh huh.
and then we saw this Jetta on Facebook Marketplace and drove out to Idaho and sold the Rabbit.
Oh, okay. Now this Jetta that you guys have is a former 24 Hours of Lemons car. Is that correct?
Yeah,
And then
it's
and it
it was
has
a
a
rally car
theme.
before that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
so
so it was a
it
rally
it
car.
had
Then it
been
became Lemons
it
and back to rally.
it was built for rally. It never did a rally. The guy entered it for Idaho
Yeah.
International Rally, and then that year it got canceled. And then him and his friends uh, put some cheap eBay coilovers on it and called it a Lemons car. So
Okay.
yeah, the theme when we had bought it from him was red green show. So it had dead possums on it, red green
Right.
all over it. Like it had the red green tartan on the roof, trunk, and hood. And we're slowly turning it into more of a beaver, our theme car.
Right. For OSU. Cool.
Yep.
Cool. So how many years ago was that when you just a couple of years back that you bought the Jetta?
So it was last September.
Oh, last September. Oh, okay. So a lot sooner. So then um from there, what did you have to do to get prepared for rally and sort of what was your first rally that you guys
Actually,
entered?
not too much. We there was some info. We tried to drive it back from Idaho, which is
Mm-hmm.
about what 800 miles or
600. It was like 10
600,
hours.
10 hours. We
Oh
made it
wow,
made it
okay.
halfway there. We're in rural Oregon, middle of nowhere, and we blow up the transmission. Sound like a grenade goes off.
Wow.
And like at that moment, we're like, yeah, we're not making Mike Nagel. Uh, the rally sprint in Portland.
Right.
So we towed it all the way back. So we had to replace transmission. Um, we had to. We didn't have to do that much else actually. Swap the shocks and make sure the tires were good. Um, really, we just ran into financial issues. Like we didn't, if we bought the car, we didn't have much money left over to go to an
Right,
event.
right, right.
Um, but yeah, and then we went. Our first event was Wild West Rally Sprint in Raymond, Washington. So 25 miles of, in hindsight, really smooth roads.
Right.
Uh,
Okay.
that was a lot of fun. We finished, 99% of that, and we
Nice.
we blew our coolant all over the ground on the last stage, like the penultimate corner,
Mm-hmm.
and didn't finish that one. So that was a little heartbreaking, but
Yeah.
happens.
Right. And then from there, you guys decided to enter Olympus. and that's where we met. And
Yeah, Olympus was actually because that Wild West Rally Sprint, it was kind of a last minute addition to the calendar. Like they formally announced it in December or whatever. So
oh,
we were
okay.
kind of planning on Olympus being our first rally. If that didn't end up happening, we were gonna start with Olympus.
Hmm.
So it was kind of nice getting that experience, and then getting talking more in the rally community, meeting Screech Owl Garage. Obviously, they were super helpful.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you guys did pretty well again up until the very last stage, right? At Olympus, you guys kept plugging away. You had to, I believe, change water pump.
Change water pump. We blew up a CV axle on
Oh,
Friday
right.
night, so we didn't get to run Wildcat the second time, but
Hmm.
that ended up not being a huge deal. Um, yeah, for the most part, the car was great.
Hmm.
For people who are looking to save money, I can't recommend a thick steel skid plate enough
Yeah, yeah.
because that did so much work. I think it saved our car so many
Oh,
times.
nice.
Um, and then, yeah, so last stage was still a little upsetting to me, but last stage, I think there was a
Hmm.
small mechanical failure. I mean, we got back to service and our wheel bearing had like 4 inches of travel.
Wow.
Our brake pad was gone.
Wow.
Um, so I think something happened and the brake stuck on it. It just spun me around. So
Gotcha. But and that was on Sunday. So Olympus was a 3-day event, and you guys really stuck it out because Friday everyone seemed to do fine, and again there were over 90 cars. But then Saturday, first thing, cars started going down like one after the other. Um,
Henry and Travis both rolled over. That was
that's right, Henry
got
Tabor.
to
Yeah,
wave at both of them on stage.
right,
So
right. So a lot went on in that rally, and I think you guys did pretty well sticking it out, and you know, um,
I think we were fifth in
overall,
our
I think
class
it's pretty good in your
before.
class. Yeah,
So we weren't going to win any tires, but pretty respectable.
right. I think so. From my perspective, at least. So.
yeah, I mean, it was a lot of fun. We passed, I hate to call them out, but we passed a mini on Wildcat, and then we passed in nighttime. We had 2 minutes for dust as well. Stillwater too, in the night. We passed one of the rental Lexuses. That was terrifying.
Oh wow.
Down a straight, it's so much dust you can't see anything. I see the brake lights. I'm like, so I know the road's there, but I
Oh
can't
no.
drive into the back of him.
Right. So
That
it's
was kind
It's
almost
of our
like
just
first moment of driving entirely off the notes because it was dusty and dark. Um,
okay.
I was entirely like all of my pace notes were being given based off what I felt in the odometer. I wasn't looking at the road at all. I was just there was nothing to see. It was entirely driving
Oh
what
wow.
he could see and what I could give him notes on
So you're
until we
driving
passed them.
blind in the dust. It's almost like being in fog then.
yeah.
That's pretty something. And there were 2-minute intervals between the cars.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
For a lot of
Yeah.
Olympus, the dust was so bad and it wasn't windy like Oregon Trail is, so
Hmm.
it just sat, and you see dust starting like probably a minute behind the car in front. It was awful.
Oh wow. Okay. So yeah, I think you still did pretty impressive for your first full rally. Then that's pretty good, I think. But we'll be right back. Often overlooked, definitely misunderstood. Don't go adventuring on OEM batteries. Mitigate the risk with a high quality offering from the team over at Melee Design. With years of experience and use case data at the top levels of professional motorsports, they have options for all of your automotive and power sports needs. Now back to the show. And then OTR. So OTR, mechanical problems again, right? So you had some electrical gremlins, from what I understand.
That's
Truthfully, I
the
don't think we know.
that's the
I
Okay.
prognosis right now. The car started and would run and then would stop.
Yeah.
And we were able to, if you were under throttle, it'd be happy, it'd run super rich, but it'd keep going. And then we had a parts car. One of our friends from Screech Owl, they have a Jetta with the same engine. So we
Oh, okay.
pulled pretty much every sensor. Um, we we took their distributor, We took their ECU
Oh,
and
wow.
a bunch of other random stuff like that. Throttle body, put it on our car, still didn't
Yeah.
fix the issue. Um, so yeah, currently in the garage, I have the wiring all torn out. We're going to a standalone engine management system.
Okay.
See if that helps at all.
So what your Jetta did was the red green thing, and the possum, right? When all else fails, play dead,
Yeah,
right? So
exactly.
that's kind of what the Jetta did, right?
It was not happy about how we've been treating it, slamming rocks into its under tray and stuff. So it's like, bleh. Uh,
I remember you lost a bumper, rear bumper in Olympus as well. So it probably just said,
we
"I've
have
had
it we have it
enough." But
bolted on now with four pretty thick bolts. So
yeah.
um,
We also lost a window. This was before the crash, mind you. The stage before the crash went wide. It was
Oh
super narrow
wow.
section. Wide tree branch slapped into it. And like we didn't notice. And we got back to time control and they're
Yeah.
like, so you guys are the ones with the broken window. We're like, huh?
Wow. But for you guys to have Screech Owl as your crew, you were in pretty good hands. I would think. What are your thoughts on Screech Owl and how they helped you with both Olympus and OTR, Oregon Trail?
Truthfully, I at Olympus, our we probably would have ended at day one. We blew up our CV and we had water pump issues.
Mm-hmm.
I think we could have figured out the CV. Granted, the company that we ordered CVs from gave us the wrong size, so we would have
Oh,
had to. It just would have been a mess, but we would have figured that one out.
yeah.
The water pump was failing. They were up to like 4 a.m. fixing that, and I don't think we could have done that.
Mm-hmm.
I They've been great. I It's part of the reason why Oregon Trail is so frustrating. Is like we have so many smart guys, so many smart
Yeah.
people coming around, and I kid you not, someone would show up and say, "Have you tried this?" And we're all like, "Yes, we've tried this."
Yeah.
And none of us could figure out what was wrong with it, and it was crazy. But they've been amazing. They're so much fun. I had a lot of fun at Oregon Trail.
Yeah.
Like it's fun to work on the car with them. They're a fun group. They're full of energy and life, and truthfully, I love them.
Oh
Like
yeah. And with four, one for I know in Olympus they had four vehicles to take care of. How many did they have to take care of at OTR? The same amount?
yeah. Well, they only had three at the services. But yes, four cars total.
Well, yeah.
Um, it was a little funny this time though, because the other three cars were like finished like third, fourth, and fifth overall, something like that, or like
Hmm.
in
Okay.
starting order, they would be like third, fourth, and fifth. So it was kind of crazy watching one car pull in a minute later, one car pull in, one car pull in, and watching everyone like ants like file in to do their checks and everything.
Right. Right.
Versus, OTR, we were a little more spaced out, and like Zach and I at the back, we got a little more attention from the cars.
Mm-hmm.
Came in a little more of a chill spot because there was like 30 minutes between when the car in front of us and Screech Owls came in and when we came in.
Okay.
So
Well, good. And I always talk about how well they feed everyone. So too. So I realized when I did my last podcast of like all my interviews from Olympus, I felt like all I did was talk about the coffee and the food. So yeah, they're a really good team. Daniel really has a good crew there. You said you're going to go in. You're going to. I think I read you're going to replace the wiring harness, correct, on the
yes,
Jetta, and see if that will solve the issues.
that's the hope. We're going to a distributorless ignition, that sort of thing, so we can roll out the distributor, and we're doing wasted sparks, so we can roll out like cam position sensor. So
Oh, okay.
we're hoping that it'll they were hoping that it was something electrical, some sensor, something, and now at least I'm working with a more modern system. I can tap into and read sensor values off of rather than having to pull the ECU and
Mm-hmm.
put it in another car to read OBD codes.
Right.
Um,
Okay. Yeah. So,
so
oh, great. So,
yeah,
are you finished for this school for the year for the summer? Or you still is Zach shaking his head?
2 more weeks and finals.
2 more weeks and finals. Okay.
Yes.
And then over the summer, you plan on just tackling the car, put as much time as you can in it? Or do you have
Um,
internships or anything like that also going on?
I'm shipping out across the country to Maryland to intern for IAG Performance. They make the Subaru Go Fast parts. They make
Oh
like
yeah.
long blocks and stuff for them. So if I don't finish the wiring harness while I'm here, I'll probably take that with me.
Okay.
Um, but car stuff over the summer is probably going to be on Zach.
Okay. So, Zach, does your dad or your grandfather help with the car at all?
No, no.
No. Okay.
Uh, they were both at Oregon Trail, and it was they just left us alone because they my grandfather said, "Oh, it's too new for me. It's like a '90s engine with
Okay.
like four electrical parts." But um, yeah. So I'll be here over the summer. I'll be doing most of the car stuff, and I
Okay.
I hate electrical, but I'll do all the mechanical stuff I can. I'll take the engine apart, and we've done an inspection of the engine, so it looks okay. But
Okay. Great.
if the electrical stuff doesn't fix it, then we, to a point we might just throw away the whole engine and put a new one in.
Okay. Well, you have a new transmission, right, or a newer one, so that
Exactly.
you guys put in when you picked it up. So tell us about a little more about uh, OSU and the Rally Club. How did that get started there at OSU?
So over the summer, I kind of learned about UNOH, their rally club.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I was starting to look at this and I'm like looking at what they do and stuff. And obviously they don't race cars. And I was like looking at like our school's rules on clubs. And I'm like, well, we could do this. We could start this. We have
Mm-hmm.
like connections in the community. Um, so we kind of put that together and in the fall organized the club to do volunteering and service for for teams here in the Northwest. So our first event was Wild West.
Mm-hmm.
We did volunteering there. So we had Zach led a group of four students, right? Four on
Yeah,
stage.
Mike Nagel, I think you mean.
Mike Nagel, sorry, I
Okay.
mixed those up. Led a group of four on stage, and then I was in the pits doing tech inspection, and that was kind of our
Okay.
inaugural event. Yeah, I kind of shamelessly copied we kind of shamelessly copied the model of UNOH's rally club,
Oh, there's nothing wrong with
with
that. I don't think.
yeah with great support from their founder, Caleb.
Caleb Simon, yeah,
Yes,
who still
he's
has yet to
been.
be on the podcast. I don't know what his problem is, but
Have
I
you
keep
have you
bugging
reached
him.
out to him? I feel like he probably would.
Yeah, I don't know if you know Nick Schneiderman. He was a UNOH student and part of the club as well. I've had him on, but been trying to get Caleb on for a while. So we'll see. See what his excuse is next time I ask him. So, but yeah, okay, that's pretty good. So did you have any OSU club members out at Olympus or OTR?
We had a couple out at Olympus. Olympus is harder for us because it's a long ways away, and it was during midterms.
Oh
Granted,
wow, okay.
Oregon Trail was too, but because of course it is.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, we had a club student join Screech Owls at Olympus, and he was great. The whole crew spoke very highly of him, and we
Mm-hmm.
had a group of people doing. We had some people spectating, and we had a group of people, doing row marshaling. I met a couple OSU students who weren't related to the club at Park Expose in Shelton, so that was a lot of fun.
Oh cool.
Um, but yeah, and then Oregon Trail, we had more students. I think 10 students ish. Um,
Okay.
most of them, working with Doug Heridos, and doing road marshaling and ATC, and then a couple other students doing more of their own thing and also
Mm-hmm.
volunteering, but just not with the group.
Right. Okay. Well, that's a pretty good turnout then. I would say for just starting. It sounds like you have a lot of interest there from the
Yeah,
students.
yeah, and last year we were able to bring a bunch of cars to campus, and that really helped,
Oh
you
yeah.
know,
Okay.
bring people into the club, and we plan on doing that again probably this fall. You know, so if you
Okay.
want to have your car on a college campus for a day and have people gawk at it and ask you questions, let
Perfect.
us know.
Yeah, and
We
you
uh
got a
we
pretty
somehow
good.
got
Go ahead.
we somehow got school to let us just drive a bunch of race cars onto the quad basically. So we had five cars parked up. We got the two Tabor Racing twins, the Fiestas, and then our car. one of the DirtFish instruction cars, and then Doug Herodos's M3. So it was a fun little mix of cars there, and
Oh yeah.
um, little sketchy in terms of the school didn't really provide us any information as far as like pedestrian safety is like loading in, so we kind of had to just like tell people, hey, there's going to be a bunch of race cars. Can you get out of the way, please? And they're college students. It was right when class got out.
Okay.
So ended up being a bit of a bit fun to try and manage that, but it was super awesome.
Yeah.
It was really, really big for the club. We got like 40 like students to fill out like an interest form, and we gained like 100 followers from like students on Instagram that
Oh,
day.
fantastic.
Um, so our hope is to do it a little bigger in the fall, and clubs generally just recruit more in the fall.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Okay. And any chance you think you could get Steve Rimmer of DirtFish to bring one of the Group B cars?
We can ask.
You can always ask, right?
I think
that would be kind of cool.
Oh, seeing the Quattros and the 205 at Olympus was insane. I can't imagine those pictures on because we did it basically next to the quad. Those pictures would be incredible.
Oh yeah.
I don't think he'll say yes, but we can ask.
Right, you could always ask, yeah.
Please.
We might be able to get Alan Perry to bring down the Lancia.
That's a good point.
That would be cool. That would be, yeah, he's been working on that quite a bit. So I wonder, should be, I would think put back together and running here soon.
The project car is certainly finished by now, right?
Yeah, I know project cars are never finished technically, right?
No.
Always something, especially a rally car. It's always something. So you have coming up, you have the OSU kind of club recruitment coming up in the fall. Right now, do you know what your plans are for competing for the next season or towards the end of this season when you guys are back from summer and back in school?
So I think the plan is obviously we have to get the car running first. We won't enter any events if we're still dealing with gremlins.
Yeah.
But I think we're looking into Mike Nagel, Tour de Forest, and maybe even Big White Winter Rally up in Canada. I think that could be fun. Cool. A lot of that's dependent on school schedules, finances, all sorts of things, and logistics for the one in Canada.
Yeah. Right. There's this funny thing where all of the Canadian Northwest rallies happen on our finals week because we have three finals weeks because we're on the border system. So like 3 out of the 4 of them are like perfectly smack dab during our finals week. Right. So we it's been hard to like look at those and like, oh, it'd be super fun to go to Canada and do them. Oh no, I have dynamics when we need to do recce or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think at Olympus you had to go right into midterms the next day on Monday.
Yeah, so I had a midterm that was 25% of my grade.
Wow. So how did you do, if I may ask?
I did fine.
Okay.
Wasn't my best test, but I'm not failing. I'm not going to fail that class.
Right.
And then before Oregon Trail, I had 3 midterms before we went to Golden Dale.
Right. So that's nuts. So you're both engineering students. For looking way down the road, are you planning on doing anything in motorsports with those engineering degrees, or do you have something else specifically in mind for when you graduate?
I mean, I'm definitely not opposed to it. I mean, I'm doing this automotive kind of product development internship this summer. So I definitely would. I'm hoping that would help. I'm from the Midwest originally, so certainly a lot of motorsports opportunities there. Michigan and Indiana and everything. I certainly it's a field I'm looking into. I have a lot of interest in it. If that wasn't obvious.
Right.
And I find it, super fascinating. There's enough mix of development, testing, design, like all that sort of stuff. So. And
you, Zach, have you thought that far ahead?
I don't know. I have. I'm sort of taking my career punches as they come. There are a lot of things I would like to do. I hope, fingers crossed, going to hear back from an internship program next month, and I'll be doing 6-month-long internships in the Portland area, and we'll just see what sticks.
Okay, excellent. So you're from the Portland area, and your family from that area, no?
I'm from the Seattle area.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
I went to high school in New Mexico, but my whole family's from the Seattle area. Um, so
Okay.
I actually live probably 20 minutes from DirtFish.
Oh,
So
awesome. Okay. And then, yeah, Peng Du is about that far from Dirtfish too. I don't know if you've met Peng, the photographer.
I've heard of him. I don't know if I met
Gotcha.
him actually.
Okay. And then, Jack, you mentioned you're from the Midwest. Is that currently where your family is?
Uh, yeah, that's a little complicated. All of my family, yeah, is based around Kansas City.
Okay.
My parents were able to retire early, so they've been doing some sailing. But they're returning to the Midwest, back to Kansas City, pretty soon here.
Okay. So when I was in 10th grade, I grew
Hmm.
up in Massachusetts.
Yep.
I was the unplanned child, so I was the youngest to three older brothers. Okay, and there's a
Yeah.
pretty good gap between me and you know my brothers. So when my dad retired, he bought a sailboat,
Hmm.
and we moved to North Carolina when I was like halfway through 10th grade. So that kind of sounds
Yeah.
familiar, similar.
They waited for me and my brother to both get off to college, and yeah, they bought a boat, and well, they bought a boat before and had it in a charter fleet to like recuperate
Oh
some
yeah,
costs, and
smart.
then that
Yeah.
boat got swept away in a hurricane.
Oh no.
Um,
Where was
so
it based? And
it was based in Grenada. Um,
oh wow. Okay.
so yeah, they got a new one. They've been on it for 2 years, and they're kind of ready to go back to land, go back to having a dog,
Oh
that sort
yeah.
of thing. But yeah, and then my brother's he just graduated in statistics from Montana State.
Oh okay.
Um, but he's
Excellent.
kind of a nomad. He's in Kyrgyzstan right now. Um,
Oh wow.
just kind of on a trip, but he doesn't know where he's going to settle down. But
Gotcha.
yeah, but all the rest of my family is pretty much all based around Kansas City.
Oh okay. Oh, that's cool. About the sailing part. Yeah, it sounds
Yeah.
very familiar. When I was in college and I'd want to go back home, my parents were like, "Yeah, there's not going to be any food or anything because we're heading off to the Bahamas." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Okay." I'm like,
I
"Okay, great."
My freshman year over winter break, I was the last one to leave out of like, my family came home for Christmas holidays and stuff, but I was the last one to leave. And I went and dropped my parents off at the airport, and my flight was like 12 hours later, so I was like I was going to drive home
Yeah.
and take a cab up or something. And it started blizzarding. We got like 13 inches of snow in a matter of like 3 or 4 hours.
Hmm.
So I was stuck at my home, but we had gotten rid of like given away or got rid of all the food at my house because no one was going to live there.
Yeah.
Um, so had to stay with some neighbors for a day or two while I waited, and had to like deal with a professor who wanted to kick me out of the class because I wasn't going to show up on the first day and
Oh
that sort of
wow.
thing.
Wow.
Um, yeah.
Yeah. Those selfish parents. My parents were selfish too. I'm just kidding. Yeah. No, my dad, after having four boys, he was like, I'm ready to go have some fun, by myself and not have to, worry about doing this, that, the other thing for the kids, especially for me being so young." Well, fantastic. So, well, good. I'm going to definitely keep an eye out for you guys and hope for the best that you guys can get the Jetta, the electrical gremlins, and everything else sorted out. But sounds like you guys are going to have a good future and be fun watching you guys whenever you can make it back out. So, and then Zach, I hope to reach out to your dad again and chat with it, or sorry, your grandfather. Talk
Yeah.
to your grandfather some more and talk to him about some of the history. He was very kind and giving me an old booklet from the Reno. I think it was the Reno International Rally back in the 80s,
Yeah.
like mid 80s. So I really enjoy looking through that. It's a lot of fun. So,
He also gave us this from I think the 85
oh, very
Olympus rally.
cool. The old Toyota Olympus. Yeah,
Yeah, he
logo.
wants us to put it on the car. I'm like, I can't do that. It's older than the vehicle.
Yeah.
So I'll probably get it copied and put a copy on the car.
Yeah, it'd be fun to kind of reproduce some of those. And I've looked at doing that as well for some of the other rallies and even some of the rallies that don't exist anymore. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of great history there and a lot we can learn from. So appreciate Jack, you too, for reaching out and setting this up for us and getting you guys on. I really appreciate your time, and best of luck with finals coming up. And hopefully have a little bit of fun before the work starts.
Thank you so much for having us.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, same here. So, well, thanks again, and you guys take care, and I'll be in touch.
Will do.
Yeah, hope to see you soon.
All right, take care.
Have a nice day.
Bye.
Yep, you too. If you'd like to be on the podcast, you can email me, jim@jimboothdesigns.com, or message me through Facebook at Rallying in America, the Recce Podcast, or Instagram, rallying_in_America. Special thanks to Brady Instruments, pro-grade, handmade, professional fuel hydrometers. Visit bradyinstruments.com for all of your fuel testing needs. Thanks to Toontank and the artist Nuclear Wave for the podcast theme music.